Hello everybody, welcome to the live class. Gonna let you time to arrive, and if someone can give me a thumbs up so it tells me if everybody can hear me and if it's working. Hello. Perfect, so I'm going to start reading a little text. So in response to COVID-19, PSP is offering virtual fitness to Canadian Armed Forces members. By using social media platforms, the virtual fitness classes tailored to Canadian Armed Forces personnel become accessible to all. Participants who are Canadian Armed Forces members recognize and acknowledge that their age, health, stature, and physical fitness level are unknown. And it is entirely up to each individual to assess their ability to participate in this class. Since it is preferable to consult your physician before beginning any exercise program, we invite all participants who are not Canadian Armed Forces members to consult the Get Active Questionnaire of the Canadian Society of Exercise Physiology and its reference document. If you experience any pain or difficulty during these exercises presented in this video, it is recommended that you stop and consult a health care provider. If CAF members sustain an injury during this video, please remember to fill out a CF98. Perfect. So for today, you only need a mat, and at a certain point, we're going to need also the wall. Okay. So I invite you to take a video or picture of you and to share it with us. Use the hashtag CAFPSPFitness and the hashtag CPPSPFAC. Also, I invite you to put your own music during the workout I'm gonna give. We don't put any music, so we're sure you can hear us clearly, but if you wanna add some music, go for it. So perfect, I see that the people are coming in. I'm gonna get ready to start. So my name is Jessie Thibeault. I'm a fitness instructor at the CFB Halifax since a year. And today I'm gonna give injury prevention class. My focus is gonna be on extremities, so more especially the neck, the hands and wrists, and the feet and ankle. Okay. So how it's gonna work? We're gonna perform each exercise for 30 seconds, and I'm gonna always add. I'm gonna switch exercise every time, make it a bit harder every time. So we're gonna start in this position, so you can sit on your heels. And first thing, so we're starting with the neck, so we're strengthening the neck. So I want you to learn how to do a proper retraction with your head. So using your index, you're gonna press back your chin, and you're gonna release the finger and keep this position. So the perfect position is your spine aligned in a line. Okay, so we're gonna hold that for 30 seconds. So try to tuck a bit more your chin. Imagine a wire at the top of your head, and you want length in your spine. Keep that a few more seconds. Tuck a little more your head, shoulder down. Almost done. And relax. Perfect. Next one, we're gonna go up on our knees. Engage the glute here, straight spine here. we're gonna reach the same position, so the retraction position. When you have this position, you're gonna have your hands behind to add resistance. So I interlace my finger behind my head. For 30 seconds, hold the pose. Make sure that your head is not forward, so you don't wanna have pressure here, but you're really back. In 3, 2, 1, go. Ribs in, squeeze the glute, tuck a little bit more your chin. Try to lower the shoulder again. And don't forget to breathe. Press a little bit more with the back of your head. Perfect. Next one, we're gonna go on our belly. I'm gonna place my fist under my shoulder. And I want you during this exercise to keep always the pressure with the front of your shoulder and your fist. And this will avoid you to arch your back instead of doing the proper retraction. So you're gonna start your nose on the floor, press with your shoulder, and lift just 1 centimeter above the floor, your face. Tuck your chin, and come back down and control. So it's gonna be repetition for the whole 30 seconds. Try to go as slow as possible and control, and don't lose the connection with the front of your shoulder and your fist. In 3, 2, 1, go. So lift slightly your nose. It's only a tiny movement. Make sure your back stays still. Few more seconds. Perfect. We're gonna go on our back. So next one, I want you to lift only a centimeter above the floor of your head. So it's normal, this one is gonna be a bit harder than the first one. So I'm gonna keep my chin tucked and raise just a bit my head so I can pass a sheet of paper. Okay? So you're gonna hold this position for 30 seconds. And go. So make sure you're not looking up. The chin is really tucked and I'm looking straight up. Perfect, all that. Ten more seconds. Try to elongate your spine the more you can. And done, rest. Next one, we're gonna have a little bit of challenge. So I'm gonna go into the same position. And slowly, I'm gonna turn my head to the left, keeping my ear super close from the floor. So I don't wanna be here, I wanna be here. Come back to center. Same thing the other side. So we're gonna keep moving at a slow rhythm and rotating our head for the entire 30 seconds. So get ready in 3, 2, 1, go. Chin tuck. Look to the left slowly. Keep your head close to the floor. Come back to center. Look to the right. Come back to center. Another time, left. Center. Right. And come back. Rest your head. Perfect. Next one, it's gonna be movement. I want you to raise 1 centimeter high your head and come back down slowly. Raise and So try really to control the last part, because before your head touches the floor, you want to spend time here, because that's the part that it's more effective, or the hardest part. Okay? So for 30 seconds, in 3, 2, 1, go. Raise, keep your chin tucked, and control the lower down. Back up and down. Continue at your own rhythm. Ten more seconds. Almost done. And done. Perfect. We're going to turn to our right. So my right hand is going to be on my left shoulder. My legs are bent in this position. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start my head up. So in a lateral flexion. And with my left hand, I'm going to be careful with this one. If it's the first time you do this one, you don't want to put a lot of pressure. So you just want to put enough pressure so you bring your head down. When your head is close to the floor, or maybe it's going to touch depending of your frame, you come back up without any resistance. So we're going to do this, press down and up without resistance for 30 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, go. Make sure your both shoulders are stacked on top of each other. Make sure your head is not rotating, so you're looking forward. No resistance when you go up. Keep going. Perfect. Next one, we're going to continue without resistance, moving the head side to side, lower in control, and up. Make sure you go as high as you can. And again, pay attention not to have your head forward. You want to keep your body in a line. Almost done. You should feel it a bit in your neck, or I'm feeling it for sure. Next one, straight alignment with the spine. So I'm trying to have my head level, and I'm going to give resistance to my head. I want to keep this position for the 30 seconds. Maybe at the end, if it's too hard, just you can continue without the pressure. So you can just hold your head in this position. In 3, 2, 1, go. Chin tuck a bit. Just a bit of pressure. It's normal if you're shaking a bit. A few more seconds. 10. 3, 2, 1, and done. Perfect. We're going to do the other side now. So go on your left side. Left hand on your right shoulder. First one that we're going to do, press down and come back up without resistance. In 3, 2, 1, go. Come back up. Half done. Three, 2, 1, and done. Continue with only the head moving up and down, and go. Up and down. Make sure you have a slight retraction in your head is not in protraction. Go all the way up and all the way down. I hope you're going to discover a new muscle in this training today. Perfect. And last one, isometric position, straight alignment in the spine. 3, 2, 1, go. Use your hand to have pressure, or you don't need to if it's already enough for you. Just to hold your head. I've done. Ten. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Perfect. You can come into a cross-leg position. So done with the strengthening for the neck. Now we're gonna work a bit on the mobility. So I'm gonna place my right hand under my glute. The farther I place my hand, the more the stretch is gonna be intense. And you want to roll back your right shoulder. So here, slight retraction in my chin, and I'm just gonna bend to the side of my head and come back. If you're not able to bend at all, it means that your hand is too deep under your glute. So maybe you wanna just place it a bit more on the side, okay? Perfect, so we're gonna start moving to the left and come back. Make sure the shoulder is down and back. Maybe you can use your hand just to feel the position first. Perfect. And now I'm gonna bend to the side and rotate after. Come back to center, bend to the side, and rotate. Bend and rotate. Perfect. I'm gonna use my hand for the next one. So I'm gonna glue my right here with my right shoulder. As you can see, my palm is facing back, so I do an internal rotation when I'm in this position. And after, I'm gonna lower my shoulder, bring my head to the left, and turn my palm facing to the side, and I try to reach far. So continue to move slowly in this position, and you should feel a nice work in your trap. 15 more seconds for this side. Try to reach farther, lower a bit more your shoulder. Perfect. And we're going to do the other side. Left hand under your left glute and bend your head to the side and come back. And add the rotation, bend to the side and rotate to the right. Come back to center, bend and rotate. Make sure the shoulder is back. One last rep. Bend and rotate. And we're going to use the left arm this time. Raise your elbow, glue your shoulder to your left here. And head to the right, reach for palm forward. Internally rotate. 15 more seconds. Almost done. Perfect. And relax. Perfect. So we're going to start the hands and wrist strengthening. So first exercise I want you to do, you're going to go into a tabletop and place your hand under your shoulder, your knees under your hips. So here, in this position, I want you to sit on your heel, okay? And we're going to keep only the right hand on the floor. So here it's going to be an active movement. So I want you here to bring your shoulder a bit the farther you can to feel the stretch in your flexor. And as you start to go back, you want to raise the sooner you can your finger up. So you're engaging your extensor. Hands back down, shoulder forward. So we're going to move into this exercise for 30 seconds. Starting with your right hand in 3, 2, 1, go. Shoulder forward, lean back, lift your finger as soon as you can. Stretch and engage. I don't know if you can see, but I'm shaking. So if you start really soon to lift, it's not easy. Make sure this elbow stays straight all the time. If you're bending, it's a big cheat. Perfect. Other hand. Same thing. In 3, 2, 1, go. Shoulder forward. Elbow straight and lift. Stretch. Engage. Stretch. Engage. Half done. Three, 2, 1, and done. Shake a bit your hands. So this one was more for the extensor. Next one is going to be more for the flexor. So into a tabletop position, or maybe your knees a bit more back, so you're going to have more weight in your hands. So to make the exercise harder, just walk a bit your knees back. Make sure your shoulders are stacked on top of your hands. And here we're going to start lifting only the palm, and I want you to really control the lower down. So I'm not letting my palm drop, I'm really controlling all the way down. If you feel an entrance stretch to go as high as I go, you can go only halfway up there, okay? It's normal that you feel a stretch also in your flexor. So for 30 seconds, this one, in 3, 2, 1, go. Lift only the palm, your finger are pointing forward, and control the lower down. Up and down. Make sure your shoulders are on top of your hands. Few more seconds. 5, 3, and done. Okay, next one, we're gonna go all the way up on the finger. So I'm gonna show it first. So same thing, if your knees are back, it's gonna be a bit harder. So you wanna go up all the way on those 3 fingers. If it's too intense even to be in a tabletop, you can also bring your knee forward, so it's gonna be a bit easier. For 30 seconds, in 3, 2, 1, go. Up and control the way down. Half done. Brace your finger the more you can. finger. So it can be again into a tabletop. Make sure you have this power line, so your shoulder on top of your hands. You can have a bit more weight in here. Even for people who have strong finger, you can go into a full plank. If it's too intense in the tabletop, you can also bring your knee forward. So choose the pressure that you're able to handle with your finger. Okay, so for 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1, go. So my hands are slightly rotate to externally rotate, so my finger are pointing a bit to the side. My shoulder are stacked on top of my finger, and I try not to collapse in extension my finger. So I'm really pressing in all my the hand of my finger into the floor. And done. Good job. Next one, you can sit on your heels. So we're gonna work flexor and extensor in this one. We're gonna start our hands up, ribs in, core engage, open the shoulder the more you can. And we're gonna do close and open the hands. Make sure you close fully your hand and that you extend fully your hand. It's gonna be at a slow rhythm up here for 30 seconds. After we're gonna go here a bit faster, a medium speed, and another 30 seconds here, and I want you to go as fast as you can. Okay? Everybody's ready? In 3, 2, 1, go. Slow movement up. Ribs in, elongate your spine, tuck a bit your chin. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch ear. 30 seconds. Go a bit faster. Lower the shoulder. You should start to feel the burn. Keep going. Keep the rhythm. 5. And the last one, give me speed in 3, 2, 1, go. Make sure you open and close your hand fully. Straight spine. Continue to move the faster you can. Go, go, go. Push, 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 push. Less than 10, 5, 3, 2, 1, and done. Good job. Shake a bit the hands. Done with the strengthening for the hands. Let's move to the mobility part for the wrist and hand. So first one is going to be a modified push-up, and it's mostly to mobilize the wrist. So we're going to start into a tabletop position, but just know that if you bring your knees back, you're going to have more weight, and it's going to be the progression for the exercise. So here, shoulders stacked on top of my wrist. Make sure your elbows are extended and that your elbow pit is facing forward. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to bend my elbow back. So not on the side, first back. And after, I'm going to do a half circle and face my elbow pit forward again. When I do this move, I want to make sure that the first knuckle keep pressing into the floor. So I don't want to see this part of the hand lifting. It's always pressing down. Okay? So get ready for 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1, go. Bend the arms, half circle, and extend. I'm just gonna do it again. Elbow pointing on the side, rotate, press the first knuckle here, and extend. For 30 seconds, this one. In 3, 2, 1, go. To the side, half circle, extend, elbow pit forward. The bigger your circle are, the more intense it is. Perfect, good job. Next one, we're going to stretch the extensor. I'm going to show the first version, and after, if it's too intense, I'm going to show you another option. So I'm going to have the back of my hands on the floor like this. And first movement that we're going to do, so my shoulders are stacked on top of my wrist. I'm going to close my hand and open. If it's too intense for you, you're just going to roll a part of your mat like this and place the top of your hands on it. Make sure your shoulders are again stacked on top of your wrist. So this way you're going to have less angle. Okay? So first 30 seconds only, close and open the hand. In 3, 2, 1, go. Try to close fully your hands. Half done. Keep moving. Perfect, good job. Shake a bit the hands. Next one, you can also use the mat if it was a good option for you. And we're gonna have a movement with the shoulder. So when I'm gonna close my hand, I want to lean back a bit. So the lean can be super tiny or it can be big depending of the mobility you have in your wrist, okay? Don't push it too hard if you feel any pain in your wrist on this one. So it can just move slowly and don't overdo it, okay? In 3, 2, 1, go. Close your hand first and shift your weight back. Open the hands, come back, shoulder on top of your hand. Close and shift your weight back. Few more seconds. Good. Again, move slowly your wrists. Perfect. I have a last one for the flexor. So I'm going to place my right hand, I would say just at the end of my knees on the floor. My fingers are spread on the floor. And here, I'm going to lift my index to start using my left hand. And with my thumb, I don't know if you can see enough clearly, but I'm pressing the first joint, so I'm sure that my finger is not bending, okay? And here, I'm going to do half circle with my shoulder. Keep the palm pressing on the floor. So you can start already this one, and I'm going to do a few seconds per finger for this one. Perfect. Same thing, switch second finger. The bigger your half circle are, the more work you have. Just make sure you listen to your wrist and your body. Perfect. Third finger, same thing, half circle. more stiff than the other. So if you want to do this exercise by your own, you can focus on the one that you need more love, I would say. Perfect. And for the last one, we're going to do the thumb. So I'm going to do an abduction with my thumb. Just want to make sure that everybody sees. So I want to pull the thumb close to me and make sure it stays glued on the floor. And here I'm going to move forward. Make sure your elbow pit is facing forward and come back. Perfect. Same thing the other side. Shake again your hand a bit. Left hand on the floor. Start with the index. Lift the index, half circle. Perfect. Second finger. Third finger. And last one, the thumb. Pull the thumb close to you and glue it on the floor. Elbow pit forward, shoulder forward, and back. A few more seconds. Perfect. And shake your hand a bit. Good job. Next part, ankle and foot. So first exercise I want you to do, you don't really need a wall. For me, I'm going to use my table leg. So you just need something, I would say vertical, so you can put your feet on it. So first thing I want you to do is to place both feet on the wall, or like me on a leg of something. And here, if you're not able to be in this position like me, you can also lean back in this position. Make sure your heels are touching and your and your toes too. Okay? So here I'm going to pull my toes towards me, and I want to engage those quads. So see how my heels lift and they still push into the wall. So we're going to keep this position for 30 seconds. So in 3, 2, 1, go. Pull your toe, engage your quad, lift the heel on the wall. Choose the position that you have a straight spine, depending on your mobility. Half done. Toes a little bit more towards you. Quad a little bit more engaged. Keep that. Less than 10. 3, 2, 1, and done. Good job. Stay into this position. Next one, I'm going to place my fist just in the upper part of my calf. But know that if your fists are closer to your feet, it's going to be harder, and if it's closer to you, it's going to be easier. So for this one, find a challenging place for your fist, so it's hard to lift the front of your foot against the wall. And when you find that spot, we're going to hold for 30 seconds again. In 3, 2, 1, go. Lift the toes. Make sure your heels stay in contact with the wall. Keep the same angle at your knee. Bring your toes a bit closer to you. Ten seconds. Engage a little bit more. next one, we're gonna stand up and you're gonna use the wall again just to help you with the balance. So for this one, you're gonna place your feet hip width and we're gonna do a pronation at first. So just look at my feet for this one. So I'm lifting the side of my foot and the pressure is only on my big toe and on the ball of my foot and my heels also. Okay. In here, I brace my core, squeeze my glute, and I want to fall a bit forward to go slowly in 3 seconds up only on my big toes and come back down slowly in 3 seconds. So I'm going to give the tempo, and when you come back down, you can bring back your foot flat on the floor. Again, pronation. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Flat foot. And like this. Okay? In 3, 2, 1, go. Do a pronation. Shift your weight into your big toe. Press the big toe into the floor. Come back down. 3, 2, 1. Flat foot. Pronation. 3, 2, 1, up, 3, 2, 1, flat foot, pronation, up in 3, 2, 1, down. Good job. Perfect. We're going to move with mobility in the feet. So you're going to tuck your toes in this position. Make sure your toes are aligned. So I don't want to have your big toe pointing out. I really want to have a nice line with your big toe and your arch. So make sure there is a gap between your second toe and your big toe. Knees on the floor here. And slowly you're going to shift your weight back and find the pressure that you can handle for 30 seconds. Go. Hold this position. So the max weight you can bring is in this position. If you need to be here to have less weight, that's okay. Find the position that is working for you. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and done. Perfect. Come into a sitting position, like me. So for the next one, I'm going to cross my right leg. And with my left hand, I'm going to grab the front of my foot. With my right hand, I'm going to hold my ankle. So here, with my left hand, I'm going to first bend my toes and bring a bit my foot up, as you can see. I'm not putting a lot of pressure here, just a little. And here I want to keep the pressure and kind of do a circle all the way down. Come back up, circle all the way down. Okay? In 3, 2, 1, go. Last exercise. Make sure you keep those toes bent. And you should feel the stretch in front of your foot and also close your shins. Almost done. Perfect. Switch side. Last one. Left hand on your ankle and right hand on the top of your foot and go. Flexion with the toes and the ankle and circle down. Up, circle. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and done. Good job. So that's it for me today. So I hope you enjoyed this class. If you have any comment or question, I'm going to stay for the next 15 minutes. So feel free to ask me, and see you on a next live training. Bye bye.